In the vast, shifting sands of remote deserts lie secrets that have captivated explorers, archaeologists, and historians for centuries. Ancient desert temples, hidden away from the bustling modern world, beckon with an enigmatic allure that transcends time. These remarkable structures, shrouded in mystery and steeped in history, are believed to predate the Great Pyramids, standing as silent testimonies to civilizations long forgotten. As the golden rays of the setting sun cast elongated shadows across weathered stone and intricate carvings, one cannot help but be drawn into a narrative filled with wonder, adventure, and the eternal quest for understanding. The very existence of these temples challenges conventional timelines of human development, suggesting that the ingenuity and spiritual depth of early civilizations may have been far more advanced than commonly believed. Each ruined wall and crumbling pillar holds a story, a legacy of ritual, innovation, and a profound connection to the cosmos. The allure of these ancient structures lies not only in their impressive scale or aesthetic beauty but also in the silent mysteries they harbor. Hidden beneath layers of sand and time, these temples are relics of a forgotten era, inviting us to explore their enigmatic past. They are more than just archaeological sites. They are time capsules preserving evidence of advanced engineering, sophisticated artistry, and spiritual practices that continue to fascinate modern researchers. The interplay of light and shadow on their ancient surfaces creates a mesmerizing effect, evoking images of secret ceremonies and long-lost traditions. This profound interplay of history, myth, and natural beauty sparks curiosity and compels us to seek answers about the origins and purposes of these structures. The legends that surround them have inspired countless theories and debates, fueling a modern resurgence of interest in our shared ancient heritage. The significance of these ancient desert temples extends far beyond their physical presence. They are not mere remnants of a distant past, they are vital clues that unlock the mysteries of early human civilization. For archaeologists, these temples represent a treasure trove of information. The construction techniques, materials used, and the precision with which these structures were built offer insights into the technological prowess of ancient societies. The data derived from these ruins, including detailed measurements and stylistic analyses, challenges established narratives and invites us to reconsider our understanding of early human ingenuity. From a cultural perspective, these temples are emblematic of the spiritual and ritualistic practices that shaped the lives of early peoples. They provide a tangible connection to a time when human civilization was emerging from the crucible of nature's harshest environments. The architectural beauty and symbolic decorations found within these ruins speak to a deep-rooted belief system that intertwined the natural world with the divine. In today's fast-paced world, where modernity often overshadows history, these ancient monuments remind us of our enduring quest for meaning and the timeless human desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. Moreover, the exploration of these ruins holds contemporary relevance as it sparks discussions about cultural preservation and the impact of environmental changes on historical sites. As urban expansion and climate change continue to pose threats to these fragile remnants of the past, understanding their historical context becomes a crucial element in conservation efforts. The study of these temples not only enriches our knowledge of ancient engineering and art but also informs present-day strategies for preserving cultural heritage. They serve as a bridge between the past and the present, urging us to reflect on the legacy of our ancestors and the lessons their achievements can impart to modern society. In this comprehensive exploration of ancient desert temples, we will embark on a journey through time and space that reveals the hidden truths of these magnificent ruins. The narrative will begin by delving into the historical origins of the temples, exploring the various ancient civilizations responsible for their construction and the unique contexts in which they were built. This exploration will challenge conventional timelines and reveal surprising insights into early human history. We will then move into a discussion of the geographical and environmental settings that influence the construction and preservation of these temples. By examining the harsh desert landscapes and climatic conditions, we will understand how natural forces have both protected and eroded these ancient monuments over millennia. Vivid descriptions and data-driven insights will bring the stark beauty of the desert to life, setting the stage for a deeper appreciation of the temple's resilience. The narrative will also highlight the remarkable architectural innovations and engineering marvels that define these structures. Detailed analyses of construction techniques, materials, and design principles will showcase how ancient builders achieved feats of engineering that continue to captivate experts today. Specific case studies will illustrate these achievements, comparing them with more famous structures like the pyramids and offering a fresh perspective on early architectural mastery. Next, the discussion will shift to the cultural and religious significance of the temples. We will explore the spiritual practices, deities, and myths associated with these ruins, providing insight into the symbolic meanings behind their elaborate carvings and designs. Interdisciplinary perspectives from anthropology, art history, and religious studies will enrich the narrative, offering a multifaceted view of how these ancient sites influenced and were influenced by the cultures that built them. The journey will continue with an exploration of recent archaeological discoveries and the modern technologies that have revolutionized our understanding of these enigmatic ruins. From satellite imagery to ground-penetrating radar, new methods are unveiling secrets that were once thought lost to time. This segment will present compelling case studies, complete with data and statistical evidence, to illustrate the profound impact of technological advancements on archaeological research. Finally, the narrative will confront controversial theories and alternative perspectives regarding the origins and purposes of these temples. This exploration of debates and differing scholarly opinions will encourage viewers to think critically and question long-held assumptions about ancient civilizations. By considering both mainstream and alternative viewpoints, we aim to provide a balanced and thought-provoking overview of one of history's most intriguing enigmas. Throughout this immersive journey, viewers will gain a deeper appreciation for the hidden ruins that lie beneath the desert sands and the lost secrets they guard. The narrative is designed to be both informative and engaging, blending detailed factual analysis with the timeless allure of mystery and adventure. Whether you are a seasoned history enthusiast, a curious learner, or someone simply fascinated by ancient wonders, the story of these ancient desert temples promises to captivate your imagination and ignite a desire to uncover the secrets of our past. Historical context and ancient civilizations. In the vast expanse of time, ancient desert temples emerge as silent witnesses to a past shrouded in mystery and marvel. These hidden ruins, nestled within remote desert landscapes, appear to have been constructed long before the iconic pyramids rose on the banks of the Nile. Archaeological evidence gathered from several sites indicates that the construction of these temples may have begun as early as 6000 BCE. This early period marks a pivotal moment in human history when communities began to transition from nomadic lifestyles to more settled, organized societies capable of monumental architectural endeavors. As early inhabitants of the desert harnessed local resources, they developed techniques that would enable them to build structures capable of withstanding the harsh climatic conditions of their environment. Over the centuries, these ancient desert temples evolved in both form and function. The earliest constructions were relatively simple in design, built using available stone, mud brick, and an impressive understanding of basic engineering principles. With time, these structures transformed into more complex edifices adorned with intricate carvings and symbolic inscriptions. Radiocarbon dating and stratigraphic analysis reveal that modifications were made to these temples over several millennia, suggesting a continuous and evolving relationship between the builders and their sacred spaces. Each successive generation added layers of meaning and architectural refinement, embedding within these stones the legacy of spiritual beliefs, astronomical observations, and communal rituals. This gradual evolution underscores not only the technical expertise of ancient architects but also their commitment to preserving and enhancing the cultural and religious significance of their creations. The timeline of these constructions challenges the traditional chronology that places the pyramids at the pinnacle of ancient architectural achievement. Instead, the desert temples hint at a more intricate tapestry of human endeavor, where earlier, lesser-known civilizations laid the groundwork for later monumental projects. As researchers piece together fragments of history from weathered inscriptions, broken relics, and ancient debris, a compelling narrative emerges, one in which these temples serve as early expressions of human creativity and communal identity. Their enduring presence across the desert sands invites modern scholars to rethink established historical timelines and to consider the possibility that these structures represent the true beginnings of large-scale architectural planning and religious expression in the ancient world. Civilizational overviews. The story of ancient desert temples is intertwined with the rise and fall of numerous civilizations that once thrived in harsh, arid environments. Among the most intriguing of these are the early Egyptian communities, whose pre-dynastic cultural practices laid the foundation for later monumental architecture. Although the later Pharaonic periods are well known for their pyramids and grandiose tombs, the early Egyptians engaged in temple building long before the pharaohs came to dominate the historical record. Evidence from these early cultures suggests that their temple complexes, though modest in scale compared to later constructions, were imbued with profound spiritual significance and an advanced understanding of ritual practice. Equally significant in the narrative of these ancient ruins are the Nabateans, a people celebrated for their ingenious adaptations to desert life and their exceptional rock-cut architecture. Their achievements in harnessing scarce water resources and carving intricate facades into rugged landscapes are echoed in the design and layout of certain desert temples. The Nabateans, whose influence extended across vast regions of the Arabian Peninsula and beyond, integrated a blend of artistic styles and religious symbolism that attests to a vibrant exchange of ideas among ancient cultures. Their legacy, preserved in the remnants of temple complexes, speaks to a civilization that not only mastered the challenges of the desert but also transformed its inhospitable environment into a canvas for architectural expression. In addition to the Egyptians and Nabateans, numerous lesser-known pre-dynastic cultures contributed to the heritage of these ancient desert temples. These early societies, often residing in isolated pockets of the desert, developed unique customs and technological innovations that were later absorbed into the broader tapestry of ancient civilization. Their temples, while less documented, offer invaluable insights into a time when the boundaries between the natural world and the divine were fluid and ever-changing. Artifacts recovered from these sites, ranging from ceremonial tools and ritualistic sculptures to fragmented texts, reveal a rich legacy of cultural exchange, spiritual inquiry, and communal life. The diverse array of civilizations associated with these ruins underscores the interconnected nature of ancient societies and their shared quest for meaning in an unpredictable and often hostile environment. The cultural influence of these ancient communities is further evidenced by the recurring motifs found in temple carvings and reliefs. Symbols of celestial bodies, natural elements, and deities populate the surfaces of these ruins, providing clues to the religious practices that animated these early peoples. The repetition of certain iconographic themes across different regions points to an extensive network of cultural and intellectual exchange. In many ways, the desert temples serve as repositories of collective human memory, a mosaic of artistic expression, spiritual dedication, and communal endeavor that transcends geographical boundaries. This shared heritage, preserved in stone and time, invites modern observers to re-examine the ways in which ancient societies perceived the world around them and their place within it. Case studies and data. Among the wealth of archaeological findings, several case studies stand out for their ability to illuminate the historical narrative of ancient desert temples. One remarkable example is a temple complex discovered near the remote oasis of Shiva in Egypt. Detailed investigations at this site have yielded evidence that parts of the structure may date as far back as 5000 BCE. Researchers have meticulously documented the temple's dimensions, noting the precision of its stonework and the deliberate alignment with solar events, a practice that would later become synonymous with pyramid construction. The findings at Shiva provide concrete data that challenge conventional timelines and support the hypothesis that these desert temples were constructed long before the emergence of pharaonic dominance. Another compelling case comes from a temple located in the Arabian Peninsula, where stratified construction layers reveal a long history of use and renovation. Excavations at this site have uncovered inscriptions in ancient scripts, carvings depicting mythological narratives, and remnants of ritualistic artifacts. The site has been dated through a combination of radiocarbon analysis and comparative stylistic studies to have been in active use from approximately 5500 BCE to 3000 BCE. These findings not only highlight the technological and artistic sophistication of the builders, but also illustrate how the temple served as a dynamic center for communal worship and social organization over many centuries. The layered history of this site offers a rare glimpse into the evolving nature of ancient religious practices and the ways in which successive generations adapted and reinterpreted the sacred spaces left behind by their forebears. Statistical analyses across multiple excavation sites further reinforce the narrative that these temples represent a widespread and enduring tradition of monumental construction. Surveys of more than 50 temple sites across North Africa and the Middle East have revealed consistent architectural features, such as precise alignments with solar and lunar cycles. These recurring elements suggest that early civilizations possessed not only advanced knowledge of astronomy but also a shared cultural emphasis on celestial observation and ritual. The uniformity in design across geographically diverse regions indicates that these structures were not isolated phenomena but part of a broader, interconnected system of cultural exchange. The statistical data derived from these studies paint a picture of an ancient world where architectural innovation was driven by both environmental necessity and a profound spiritual impulse. Further data points to the possibility that these temples functioned as early prototypes for later, more elaborate structures like the pyramids. Measurements of construction techniques reveal that the same principles of proportion, alignment, and structural integrity were employed in both types of monuments. In many cases, the temple builders demonstrated an ability to work with local materials and adapt their methods to suit the challenges posed by desert environments. Detailed records of stone quarries, transportation methods, and labor organization suggest that these early projects were massive communal efforts, driven by a shared vision and the collective labor of an entire society. The quantitative data gleaned from these projects provides a compelling counter-narrative to the idea that advanced architectural knowledge only emerged with the rise of centralized states and monumental kingship. When placing ancient desert temples alongside the well-known pyramids, a nuanced picture of early architectural evolution emerges. The pyramids, celebrated for their monumental scale and precise engineering, have long dominated popular imagination as the pinnacle of ancient construction. However, a comparative analysis reveals that many of the principles underlying pyramid construction were first experimented with in the earlier desert temples. These hidden ruins, often overlooked in mainstream history, display an impressive array of architectural techniques and religious symbolism that predate and, in many respects, anticipate the innovations seen in later monumental projects. The orientation of these ancient temples, meticulously aligned with celestial events, echoes the sophisticated astronomical observations later employed in pyramid design. Studies have shown that both types of structures share a common emphasis on the movements of the sun and the stars, suggesting that early builders had developed a robust understanding of the cosmos. This celestial alignment was not merely a decorative element but a deliberate design choice that underscored the spiritual and ritualistic importance of the temples. By comparing the solar alignments, stone masonry techniques, and overall design philosophies of the temples and pyramids, researchers have identified a clear continuum of architectural evolution that challenges the notion of a sudden leap in engineering prowess during the Pharaonic era. In terms of materials and construction methods, the desert temples exhibit a regional variation that highlights the adaptability of ancient builders. While the pyramids were constructed using finely cut limestone blocks quarried from distant sources, many of the desert temples were built with locally sourced stone and materials that were readily available in the arid landscape. This reliance on indigenous resources not only speaks to the resourcefulness of early civilizations but also underscores a different relationship with the environment. The temple builders managed to create enduring structures that were perfectly suited to their surroundings, using construction methods that balanced both functional durability and aesthetic expression. Comparative studies of masonry techniques reveal that while the precision of the pyramid stones is unmatched, the raw, organic quality of the temple constructions offers a unique insight into a more localized and adaptive form of architectural innovation. Moreover, the organizational and social dynamics behind the construction of these monuments provide further grounds for comparison. The pyramids are often associated with centralized power and the divine authority of pharaohs, reflecting a highly stratified society. In contrast, the ancient desert temples appear to have been the product of more communal efforts, serving as focal points for local worship, education, and cultural gatherings. This decentralized approach to monumental construction suggests that early societies may have shared a collective vision that transcended rigid hierarchical structures. By examining the scale of labor, the distribution of resources, and the roles of religious leadership in these projects, scholars have identified significant differences that highlight the diversity of ancient construction practices. The temple sites, with their emphasis on communal participation and regional adaptation, offer a complementary narrative to the centralized, state-sponsored endeavors represented by the pyramids. The comparative analysis of these two monumental traditions ultimately challenges the conventional wisdom that the pyramids were the sole pinnacle of ancient architectural achievement. Instead, it reveals a complex and multifaceted progression of design and engineering, one in which the ancient desert temples occupy a central, if often overlooked, position. These temples, with their intricate alignments, resourceful construction methods, and profound cultural significance, represent an early chapter in the story of human creativity and ambition. They remind us that the evolution of monumental architecture was not a linear progression but a rich tapestry woven from the diverse contributions of many cultures, each adapting to the In synthesizing the timeline of construction, the diverse civilizational influences, the wealth of archaeological data, and the comparative insights with more famous structures, a more nuanced understanding of these ancient desert temples comes to light. They are not merely remnants of a forgotten past but living monuments to the ingenuity, resilience, and spiritual depth of early human societies. The enduring legacy of these structures challenges modern perceptions of ancient history, inviting us to reimagine the origins of monumental architecture and to appreciate the intricate interplay between environment, culture, and technology that has shaped our collective heritage. The narrative of these ancient desert temples, illuminated through detailed case studies and robust statistical data, stands as a testament to the achievements of civilizations that flourished in seemingly inhospitable landscapes. Their construction, spanning several millennia, offers compelling evidence of a sophisticated and dynamic human endeavor that predates even the most celebrated monuments of later eras. As we continue to unearth the secrets of these hidden ruins, we are reminded of the deep roots of human innovation and the enduring quest to capture the essence of the cosmos in stone. The story of these temples is a story of connection, a connection that binds modern society to its ancient ancestors, urging us to look beyond the surface of history and to embrace the complex legacy of our shared past. Desert geography. The landscape where ancient desert temples stand is as enigmatic and breathtaking as the ruins themselves. Stretching over vast expanses of arid terrain, these deserts are characterized by an ever-changing tapestry of dunes, rocky plateaus, and sparse vegetation that has adapted to survive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. The geography of these regions is defined by vast stretches of sand intermingled with rugged outcrops of stone, which create a dramatic contrast against the clear blue skies. The shifting sands, carried by relentless winds, sculpt the landscape into intricate patterns that change with the seasons, yet the ancient temples remain steadfast, their weathered surfaces bearing witness to countless millennia of environmental evolution. In many ways, the desert acts as both a guardian and a time capsule, preserving the legacy of ancient civilizations who dared to build in such challenging conditions. The temples are often found nestled among natural features such as rock formations and sparse oases, which provided early builders with crucial resources like water and shelter. These natural landmarks not only shape the placement and orientation of the temples but also influence the architectural choices made by their creators. The interplay between the natural environment and human ingenuity is evident in the design of these ruins, which seem to echo the contours and rhythms of the desert itself. The geography here is not merely a backdrop but a dynamic participant in the story of these ancient structures, reflecting the adaptability and resilience of early civilizations. Environmental challenges. The desert environment is notorious for its extreme conditions, which have both challenged and shaped the construction and preservation of ancient temples. Daytime temperatures in these arid regions can soar to blistering heights, while nighttime brings a dramatic plunge into cold, crisp air. Such drastic temperature fluctuations exert immense stress on building materials, leading to gradual erosion and weathering over time. The persistent assault of wind-borne sand particles, carried through fierce sandstorms, further sculpts the surfaces of these ancient ruins, wearing away even the most meticulously carved details. Rainfall in the desert is infrequent, yet when it does occur, it often comes in the form of sudden, torrential downpours that result in flash floods. These unexpected bursts of water can cause rapid erosion, washing away centuries of accumulated history in mere moments. The lack of moisture means that when rain finally arrives, it is absorbed quickly by the parched earth, sometimes leaving behind a mosaic of dried riverbeds and cracked, sun-baked surfaces. Despite these challenges, the ancient builders harnessed local materials and adapted their construction techniques to endure such harsh climatic conditions. The resilience of these temples, in the face of relentless environmental forces, is a testament to the ingenuity and perseverance of their creators. The high levels of ultraviolet radiation in desert regions also contribute to the gradual fading of pigments and deterioration of stone surfaces. Over time, the vibrant colors once used to adorn temple facades have been bleached by the unyielding sun, leaving behind a muted palette that speaks to the passage of time. Despite this, the structural integrity of the temples endures, offering modern archaeologists a unique window into the past. The very challenges that the desert poses have, in a way, helped to preserve these ancient monuments by removing layers of modern contamination, thus revealing the raw, original forms of these historic structures. Data and statistics. Scientific studies have long documented the extreme conditions of desert environments, providing a quantitative backdrop to the narrative of these ancient temples. In many desert regions, daytime temperatures can exceed 45 degrees Celsius, with nighttime temperatures dropping by as much as 20 degrees Celsius, creating a thermal shock that has significant implications for the longevity of stone structures. Wind speeds in these regions are equally formidable, often reaching over 30 kilometers per hour during sandstorms, which are capable of transporting tons of sand across the landscape and accelerating the erosion of exposed surfaces. Research into erosion rates in arid environments has revealed that even the most durable stone can lose measurable mass over centuries. Studies indicate that erosion in these regions can remove up to a few millimeters of surface material per century, a figure that may seem insignificant on a human timescale but accumulates dramatically over the thousands of years that these temples have endured. Geological surveys and satellite imagery have provided detailed mapping of the terrain, revealing not only the location of these ancient ruins but also the subtle shifts in the landscape that have occurred over millennia. Such data supports the notion that the desert is a living, evolving entity, constantly reshaping itself while holding on to the vestiges of human history. Moreover, statistical analysis of rainfall patterns in these arid regions confirms the rarity of precipitation events, with many desert areas receiving less than 100 millimeters of rain annually. This scarcity of water has profound implications for both the preservation of the temples and the sustainability of any human settlement. The limited rainfall, combined with high evaporation rates, underscores the challenges that ancient builders would have faced when sourcing water and planning long-term construction projects. Despite these obstacles, the archaeological record is replete with examples of ingenious water management systems that were integrated into temple complexes, highlighting a sophisticated understanding of environmental adaptation that was far ahead of its time. Imagine a landscape where the horizon seems to stretch into infinity, a boundless sea of golden sand interspersed with rugged outcrops of rock that rise like ancient sentinels. In the midst of this vast desert, the ruins of ancient temples emerge like ghostly apparitions, their weathered walls and crumbling columns silhouetted against the blazing sun. As you stand on the edge of these historic sites, the sheer scale of the environment overwhelms the senses. The relentless winds sculpt the sand into graceful, ever-shifting dunes that ripple like waves in an endless ocean, while distant mountain ranges loom on the horizon, their jagged peaks softened by the haze of heat. The visual impact of this setting is further enhanced by the play of light and shadow that dances across the temple ruins. In the early morning, as the sun rises, the first rays of light illuminate the intricate carvings and inscriptions, casting delicate shadows that reveal the painstaking artistry of ancient craftsmen. By midday, the sun dominates the sky, bathing the landscape in a harsh, unforgiving light that accentuates every crevice and crack in the stone. As the day wanes, the setting sun transforms the desert into a canvas of vibrant colors, fiery oranges, deep reds, and cool purples, creating a dramatic interplay that brings the ruins to life in a way that is both haunting and beautiful. Walking among these ancient structures, one can almost hear the whispers of history carried on the wind, a soft murmur of voices from a long-forgotten era. The sound of shifting sand, the distant cry of a desert bird, and the occasional rustle of hardy desert shrubs combine to create a natural symphony that complements the silent majesty of the temples. Every element of the landscape, from the rugged terrain to the delicate patterns carved by the wind, contributes to an immersive experience that transports the observer back in time. The temples, though battered by the elements, stand as enduring symbols of a civilization that once thrived in this inhospitable environment, their presence a poignant reminder of the beauty and resilience of the natural world. In the end, the geographical and environmental settings of these ancient desert temples are as integral to their story as the structures themselves. The interplay between the harsh climate and the enduring spirit of human innovation has given rise to some of the most compelling archaeological sites in the world. By understanding the unique features of the desert, the challenges posed by its extreme conditions, and the data that quantifies these forces, we gain a richer appreciation of the context in which these temples were built and the legacy they continue to represent. This vivid tapestry of natural beauty and environmental rigor provides not only a stunning visual experience but also a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between human endeavor and the forces of nature. Innovative construction technique. In the heart of the unforgiving desert, ancient builders achieved engineering feats that continue to astound modern experts. The construction techniques behind these ancient temples reflect a deep understanding of materials, geometry, and the natural environment. The architects of these hidden ruins utilized locally sourced stone, adobe, and, in some cases, hardened clay, carefully chosen for their durability and thermal properties. Their ability to work with such materials in an environment where temperatures fluctuate dramatically speaks volumes about their innovative approach to construction. These early builders did not simply assemble structures. They harmonized with the desert itself, incorporating natural forms and features into the design of the temples. One of the most striking aspects of their work is the use of interlocking stone techniques. Without the benefit of modern mortar, these builders perfected methods that relied on precisely cut stones to fit together seamlessly. This method not only enhanced the stability of the structures but also allowed them to withstand the constant battering of wind-blown sand and extreme temperature variations. In some instances, large stone blocks were carefully carved to have complementary shapes that interlocked like puzzle pieces, ensuring that even as the desert winds eroded individual surfaces, the overall integrity of the structure remained intact. In addition to these techniques, the builders also designed the temples with natural ventilation systems in mind, using strategically placed openings and corridors to moderate the interior climate. This thoughtful integration of architecture with environmental needs is a testament to their advanced understanding of both engineering and local ecology. The construction process was likely a communal effort, involving skilled craftsmen, laborers, and overseers who coordinated each phase of building. The planning and execution of such complex projects required not only physical labor but also sophisticated logistical strategies. Ancient texts and recent archaeological findings suggest that these temple projects were planned over long periods, sometimes spanning several generations. The methods employed to quarry, transport, and carve the stone illustrate a level of organizational ability that challenges modern assumptions about early technological capabilities. Even without modern machinery, these builders managed to create monuments that have survived thousands of years, a feat that underscores the ingenuity behind their construction techniques. Architectural comparison. When comparing the construction methods of these ancient desert temples with those of the well-known pyramids and other monumental structures, a fascinating narrative of evolution in engineering practices emerges. While the pyramids of Egypt are often celebrated for their grandeur and precision, many of the techniques found in these earlier desert temples reveal a continuity in the quest for architectural perfection. The temple's use of interlocking stone and natural ventilation shares common ground with pyramid construction, yet there are distinct differences that highlight regional adaptations and varying cultural priorities. The pyramids, constructed with finely cut limestone blocks and remarkable precision, were built under the centralized authority of a pharaoh, where state resources and organized labor allowed for extensive, long-term projects. In contrast, the desert temples, often erected by smaller, more decentralized communities, show an innovative approach that emphasizes adaptability. The use of locally available materials meant that these builders had to innovate continuously, tailoring their methods to the specific conditions of each site. Their designs frequently incorporated irregularities in the natural terrain, turning potential obstacles into integral parts of the overall architectural narrative. For instance, some temples appear to have been carved directly into the living rock, a technique that not only economized on the labor required for quarrying but also provided natural insulation against the harsh desert heat. The simplicity and rawness of the temple design stand in contrast to the monumental scale and uniformity of pyramid construction, yet both share a common thread: a profound respect for cosmic order and the natural world. In both cases, alignment with celestial events played a crucial role. The desert temples, like the pyramids, often display precise orientations that align with solar and lunar cycles. However, the temple's modest scale allowed for more experimental layouts, suggesting that early builders were testing various approaches to harmonize architecture with the environment. This experimental phase, recorded in the ruins of the temples, laid the groundwork for later, more refined construction techniques seen in larger monuments. It is this continuity and divergence that make the study of these ancient structures so compelling, as they offer a window into a transitional period in human architectural achievement. Technical insights and numbers. Modern technology has allowed researchers to uncover detailed technical insights into the construction of these ancient desert temples. Measurements indicate that many of the temple structures were built with an accuracy that rivals modern engineering standards. Stone blocks, some weighing several tons, were cut with such precision that the gaps between them are nearly imperceptible. Recent studies have documented dimensions of temple corridors, walls, and arches that often adhere to strict geometric ratios believed to be tied to astronomical observations and mathematical principles. For instance, the alignment of a temple's entrance with the solstice sunrise is not a coincidence. Rather, it reflects a deliberate design choice that required precise calculations and a thorough understanding of the local horizon and celestial movements. Construction timelines, as deduced from stratigraphic analysis and radiocarbon dating, suggest that many of these temples were not built in a single phase but underwent several cycles of renovation and expansion over periods spanning centuries. In one notable site, research has shown that initial construction phases began as early as 6000 BCE, with significant modifications recorded around 4500 BCE and further enhancements well into 3000 BCE. These timelines not only demonstrate the longevity of the structures but also illustrate the evolving nature of architectural knowledge across generations. Statistical data from multiple excavation sites reveal that the average wall thickness of these temples ranges from 1.5 to 2.5 meters, providing both stability and insulation in an environment where temperatures can fluctuate dramatically between day and night. Another technical marvel lies in the innovative use of arches and domes within these temple complexes. The construction of arches without the use of modern cement required an intimate knowledge of force distribution and structural balance. Analysis of the temple remains indicates that some arches were constructed using a series of precisely shaped voussoirs that distributed weight evenly, ensuring that the force of gravity was channeled efficiently down into the foundations. Such techniques not only increased the durability of the structures but also allowed for larger, more open interior spaces that could accommodate communal gatherings and ceremonial events. Detailed measurements have shown that some of these arches span over 3 meters, a remarkable feat given the limited technology available at the time. Advancements in geospatial mapping and remote sensing have further enhanced our understanding of the technical aspects of temple construction. Satellite imagery has been instrumental in identifying subtle shifts in the landscape that correlate with ancient building sites, while ground-penetrating radar has revealed hidden structural elements beneath the sand. These technological tools provide precise data on the dimensions, orientations, and even the subsurface foundations of the temples. Such insights not only confirm the sophistication of ancient engineering practices, but also help modern researchers reconstruct the original appearance of these once majestic structures. The numerical data collected from these studies offer a compelling narrative of how early architects combined art, science, and environmental awareness to create enduring monuments in one of the harshest climates on the planet. Case studies. Among the many ancient desert temples, a few stand out for exemplifying the innovative construction techniques and engineering marvels discussed. One such temple, located near an isolated desert oasis, presents a fascinating example of early experimentation with interlocking stone construction. Recent excavations at this site have uncovered evidence of multiple construction phases, with each layer revealing refinements in technique and design. The temple's walls, originally constructed with roughly hewn stones, were later faced with meticulously carved blocks that fit together with astonishing precision. Archaeologists have determined that the initial phase of construction likely took place around 5500 BCE, with subsequent enhancements occurring over the next 2 millennia. Detailed analysis of tool marks and wear patterns on the stone surfaces has provided insights into the methods used by ancient craftsmen, suggesting that they employed simple yet effective copper tools to achieve the fine detailing observed today. Another exemplary case is found in a temple complex in a region where the desert meets rocky highlands. Here, the builders took advantage of natural rock formations by carving the temple directly into the mountainside. This approach not only reduced the need for extensive quarrying but also provided inherent structural stability. The resulting architecture is a seamless blend of natural geology and human ingenuity. Advanced imaging techniques have revealed that the carved temple channels light in unique ways, with the positioning of doorways and windows carefully aligned with the movement of the sun. This precise orientation, verified by modern astronomical data, underscores the builder's sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics. Moreover, the rock-carved surfaces bear inscriptions and symbolic motifs that have been linked to early ritual practices, providing further evidence of the temple's cultural and spiritual significance. A third case study involves a temple that was discovered in a remote section of the desert, where its preservation was aided by natural sand burial over centuries. The excavation of this site revealed a remarkably intact interior, with a central hall supported by massive columns. Measurements indicate that these columns stand at nearly 4 meters tall, each carved from a single piece of stone with an accuracy that minimizes structural stress. Radiocarbon dating of organic materials found in the mortar suggests that the temple was constructed in distinct phases, with the earliest phase dating back to approximately 5800 BCE. The layered construction found at this site, combined with evidence of subsequent renovations, points to a long-term, evolving process of temple building that spans several generations. Contemporary debates among experts focus on the significance of these renovation phases, with some arguing that they reflect shifts in religious practices and others suggesting that they were responses to environmental pressures such as erosion and sand encroachment. Together, these case studies provide a vivid illustration of how ancient civilizations harnessed their environment and technical knowledge to create structures that were not only functional but also deeply symbolic. The innovations observed in these temples, from the interlocking stone techniques to the sophisticated use of arches and natural ventilation, demonstrate a continuity of architectural experimentation that paved the way for later monumental constructions like the pyramids. In each case, the combination of precise measurements, environmental adaptation, and cultural significance paints a picture of a past where human creativity was boundless, even in the face of nature's most daunting challenges. In exploring these architectural innovations and engineering marvels, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ingenuity of ancient builders. Their techniques, refined over centuries of trial and error, reveal a profound understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and material science that transcends time. The enduring nature of these temples, standing resilient amidst the shifting sands and harsh climatic conditions, is a testament to the technical prowess and visionary creativity of early civilizations. As modern research continues to unravel the secrets of these ancient structures, each discovery serves as a reminder of the remarkable achievements of our ancestors, a legacy etched in stone that continues to inspire wonder and admiration across millennia. Religious practices. The ancient desert temples are much more than architectural marvels. They are living records of the spiritual and ritualistic lives of the people who built them. For centuries, these structures served as sacred spaces where communities gathered to worship deities, perform rituals, and commemorate the cosmic order. The spiritual practices associated with these temples were deeply intertwined with the natural environment. In a landscape defined by relentless heat and shifting sands, the temples provided not only a physical refuge but also a spiritual sanctuary where the divine was believed to be closer to earth. Ancient rituals often involved ceremonies timed with celestial events, such as solstices and equinoxes, suggesting that the builders were profoundly aware of astronomical cycles. Deities worshipped in these sacred spaces were typically linked to natural forces, sun gods, fertility deities, and protectors of water sources, all of which were crucial for survival in a harsh desert setting. Myths passed down through generations speak of divine beings who walked among mortals and bestowed blessings upon the community, with the temples acting as gateways between the human and the divine. The rituals conducted within these temples likely included offerings, prayers, and symbolic acts intended to invoke divine favor. Ceremonial objects such as incense burners, ritualistic pottery, and intricately carved statues have been unearthed during excavations, providing tangible evidence of these practices. The symbolism embedded in the layout of the temples, such as the alignment of doorways with the rising sun or the positioning of inner sanctums relative to natural landmarks, further underscores the importance of ritual timing and spatial orientation in religious observances. By integrating the natural landscape into their spiritual life, ancient builders created a cohesive worldview where nature, divinity, and human existence were inextricably linked. Cultural impact. Beyond their religious functions, the ancient desert temples have had a profound cultural impact on the civilizations that erected them and continue to influence modern societies. These ruins are not relics of a bygone era, they are dynamic symbols of cultural identity and resilience. For the ancient communities, the temples were centers of education, social organization, and artistic expression. They functioned as gathering places where oral traditions were passed down, and communal memories were forged. The architectural designs, carvings, and decorative motifs found in these temples often reflect a rich tapestry of cultural beliefs and artistic styles that were unique to the region. These elements have left a lasting impression on local folklore, inspiring legends and stories that persist even in modern times. In contemporary society, these ancient structures serve as sources of inspiration for artists, writers, and filmmakers. Their mysterious origins and the aura of lost secrets that surrounds them fuel modern creative endeavors and cultural tourism. The fusion of art, architecture, and spirituality present in the temples continues to resonate with people today, prompting discussions about heritage and the ways in which ancient traditions inform modern cultural identities. The rediscovery of these sites has led to renewed interest in preserving cultural heritage and has sparked debates among historians and cultural anthropologists about the true nature of ancient spirituality. In this sense, the temples act as bridges connecting the distant past with the present, reminding modern societies of the enduring value of cultural diversity and the wisdom of ancient practices. Artifacts and inscriptions. Archaeological excavations at ancient desert temple sites have revealed a treasure trove of artifacts and inscriptions that offer invaluable insights into the lives and beliefs of their builders. Among the most significant findings are stone carvings, elaborate reliefs, and inscriptions in long-forgotten scripts that document religious rites, mythological narratives, and even astronomical observations. These inscriptions serve as direct links to the people who once inhabited these arid regions, providing a voice from the distant past that echoes through time. Detailed studies of these artifacts have uncovered patterns of symbolism and language that connect the temples to a broader network of ancient civilizations. The motifs often include representations of gods, celestial bodies, and natural elements such as water and vegetation, each symbol reflecting the essential elements that governed life in the desert. The statues discovered at several temple sites are equally significant. Carved from local stone, these statues range in size from small figurines to life-sized representations of deities, each imbued with symbolic meaning. Their stylistic features, from the serene expressions to the intricate details in the garments and headdresses, reveal an advanced level of craftsmanship and artistic sensibility. Statistical data gathered from these finds indicate that many of the temples exhibit recurring iconographic themes that suggest a shared cultural and religious ideology across disparate regions. Radiocarbon dating of organic materials associated with these artifacts has allowed scholars to piece together a timeline of religious evolution, indicating that the practice of ritual and the veneration of deities underwent significant transformations over several centuries. In this way, the artifacts and inscriptions not only provide concrete evidence of past religious practices but also serve as markers of cultural continuity and transformation. Interdisciplinary perspective. The study of these ancient desert temples benefits immensely from an interdisciplinary approach that draws on anthropology, art history, and religious studies. Anthropologists examine the social structures and cultural practices of the ancient communities, revealing how the temples functioned as centers for communal identity and social cohesion. Art historians analyze the stylistic elements of the carvings and architectural designs, tracing influences and innovations that transcend regional boundaries. Meanwhile, scholars of religious studies focus on the symbolic and ritualistic aspects, exploring how these structures mediated the relationship between humanity and the divine. By synthesizing insights from these various fields, researchers have been able to develop a more nuanced understanding of the temple's multifaceted significance. Recent studies have utilized advanced imaging technologies and digital reconstruction techniques to create virtual models of these temple complexes. These models provide researchers and the public alike with a window into the past, enabling a closer examination of the intricate details that define these ancient sites. Such interdisciplinary endeavors have led to the discovery of previously unnoticed connections between the art and rituals of the temples and broader regional practices. For example, similarities in decorative motifs and architectural layouts have been identified across vast geographical areas, suggesting that ancient trade routes and cultural exchanges played a critical role in disseminating religious ideas and artistic innovations. This integration of scientific data with cultural theory enriches our understanding of how these sacred spaces were not isolated phenomena but part of a vast, interconnected cultural landscape. The interdisciplinary approach also raises intriguing questions about the evolution of human spirituality. By comparing the religious practices evidenced in the temple sites with those of other ancient cultures, scholars have begun to explore how early humans conceptualized the divine and the natural world. The rituals, symbols, and mythologies associated with these temples suggest that ancient peoples possessed a sophisticated cosmology that combined empirical observation with deep-seated spiritual beliefs. Such insights not only challenge modern assumptions about the simplicity of early religions but also offer valuable perspectives on how cultural narratives are constructed and transmitted over time. In examining the cultural and religious significance of ancient desert temples, it becomes clear that these structures are far more than mere stone and mortar. They are the embodiments of a complex interplay between art, spirituality, and communal life, a legacy that continues to shape cultural identities and inspire modern interpretations of the past. The rich tapestry of religious practices, cultural impact, artifacts, and interdisciplinary insights provides a comprehensive picture of how ancient civilizations navigated the challenges of their environment while striving to connect with something greater than themselves. As modern research deepens our understanding of these ancient sites, the cultural and religious significance of the temples stands as a powerful reminder of the enduring human quest for meaning, connection, and transcendence. Archaeological discoveries and ongoing research Archaeological work at ancient desert temple sites has a rich history that stretches back over a century, with early explorers venturing into remote desert regions armed with little more than rudimentary maps and a passion for uncovering lost secrets. In the early days, these initial forays were marked by serendipitous discoveries and crude excavation methods, yet they laid the groundwork for a more systematic approach that would develop over subsequent decades. As interest in these hidden ruins grew, so did the commitment to methodical research. Excavation teams from various parts of the world began to converge on these sites, meticulously documenting every artifact, inscription, and architectural detail in an effort to piece together the lives of the people who had once inhabited these harsh landscapes. The progression of archaeological methods at these sites mirrors the evolution of the discipline itself. Early excavations, often conducted by intrepid adventurers, have given way to highly organized campaigns led by international teams of experts. Modern excavation sites are characterized by careful stratigraphic analysis, detailed recording of context, and a commitment to preserving every fragment of the past. Recently, teams working in regions such as the vast deserts of the Middle East and North Africa have uncovered new sections of temple complexes that had remained hidden beneath layers of sand for millennia. These discoveries have not only expanded our understanding of the geographical spread of ancient civilizations but have also revealed the intricate planning and execution behind temple construction. What was once seen as a scattering of isolated ruins now appears to be part of a much larger, interconnected network of sacred sites. Excavations today are carried out with a blend of traditional methods and modern precision. Fieldwork is complemented by laboratory analysis, where samples of organic material, pigments, and stone are scrutinized using techniques that were unimaginable to early archaeologists. The commitment to a holistic understanding of these sites is evident in the interdisciplinary teams that now conduct these investigations, combining expertise from fields as diverse as geology, anthropology, and environmental science. Each discovery, whether it is a small ceremonial object or a vast, intricately designed wall, contributes to a growing narrative about the significance of these temples in the broader context of human history. Technological advances. The revolution in archaeological research over recent decades has been driven largely by advances in technology. No longer are researchers solely reliant on shovels, brushes, and notebooks to uncover the secrets of ancient desert temples. Today, cutting-edge tools such as satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and artificial intelligence analysis have dramatically enhanced our ability to locate, document, and understand these ancient sites. Satellite imagery has played a transformative role in the study of desert landscapes. High-resolution images from orbiting satellites allow researchers to identify subtle variations in the terrain that indicate the presence of buried structures. These images have revealed networks of roads, walls, and even entire temple complexes that had remained invisible to the naked eye, hidden beneath shifting sands. With the help of satellite data, archaeologists can now plan their fieldwork with unprecedented accuracy, targeting locations that show clear signs of human modification. This precision has led to the discovery of new sites that challenge previously held assumptions about the distribution of ancient temples across vast desert regions. Ground-penetrating radar, GPR, is another technology that has revolutionized archaeological practice in the desert. By sending electromagnetic pulses into the ground and measuring the reflections that bounce back, GPR provides a non-invasive method to detect subsurface structures. This technique is especially valuable in harsh desert environments, where traditional excavation methods can be both time-consuming and risky. With GPR, researchers are able to map the internal layout of temple complexes, revealing hidden chambers, passageways, and structural supports that had long been buried under layers of sand. The precision of these maps not only guides excavation efforts but also helps to preserve the integrity of these ancient sites by minimizing unnecessary disturbance. Artificial intelligence has further augmented archaeological research by enabling the rapid analysis of vast datasets. AI algorithms are now used to process satellite images, identify patterns in architectural features, and even predict the locations of undiscovered ruins based on known data points. This technological integration has accelerated the pace of discovery, allowing researchers to sift through terabytes of information and pinpoint areas of interest that might otherwise have been overlooked. The use of AI in archaeology represents a convergence of digital innovation and ancient history, bridging the gap between modern technology and the enduring legacy of early civilizations. Case studies and data. Detailed case studies from recent excavations provide compelling evidence of both the scale and complexity of ancient desert temple construction. One notable example is a temple complex discovered in a remote desert region, where careful excavation revealed a multi-layered structure with evidence of repeated phases of construction and renovation. Analysis of the stratigraphy at the site indicates that the initial construction began in a period predating the well-known pyramids, with subsequent layers reflecting continuous use and adaptation over several centuries. Artifacts uncovered at the site, including pottery fragments, ceremonial objects, and inscribed stone tablets, offer precise dates that help anchor the temple's history in a broader chronological framework. The findings at this site have been corroborated by radiocarbon dating and comparative stylistic analysis, providing robust data that underscores the temple's antiquity and its enduring significance. Another significant case study involves a temple carved directly into a rocky outcrop in the intersection of desert and highland terrains. This site has proven particularly illuminating due to its remarkable preservation and the wealth of inscriptions found on its walls. Detailed measurements of the temple's dimensions reveal a careful consideration of proportion and alignment, suggesting that the builders employed advanced mathematical concepts to achieve both aesthetic harmony and structural stability. The inscriptions, which reference mythological narratives and astronomical events, have been dated to a period several millennia earlier than many of the pyramids. The quantitative data gathered from this site, including precise measurements of wall thickness, column heights, and the orientation of key architectural features, provides a clear indication of the sophistication of early construction methods. Statistical analysis across multiple sites has reinforced the view that these temple complexes were part of a widespread tradition of monumental architecture. Comparative studies have shown that despite regional variations in style and construction materials, there is a remarkable consistency in the underlying principles of design. Researchers have compiled data from numerous excavation reports, revealing that a significant majority of these temples exhibit alignments with celestial events, a detail that underscores the importance of astronomy in ancient religious practices. The convergence of architectural data, archaeological findings, and astronomical alignments presents a compelling narrative of a civilization that was both scientifically advanced and deeply spiritual. Controversies in archaeology. Despite the wealth of discoveries and the rapid advancement of technological tools, the study of ancient desert temples is not without its controversies. Within the academic community, there is ongoing debate over the interpretation of key findings, the dating of structures, and even the cultural affiliations of the builders. Some scholars argue that the evidence points to a continuous evolution of architectural techniques that laid the groundwork for later monumental constructions like the pyramids. Others contend that these temples represent isolated experiments in religious and architectural expression, whose significance has been overstated by proponents of alternative historical narratives. One of the major points of contention revolves around the precise dating of the temple complexes. Radiocarbon dating and stratigraphic analysis have provided ranges that span several centuries, leaving room for differing interpretations regarding the exact timeline of construction and renovation. Some researchers maintain that the early phases of temple construction predate the pyramids by a considerable margin, thereby challenging long-held assumptions about the development of monumental architecture in ancient civilizations. Others suggest that the similarities in construction techniques between these temples and later structures imply a more gradual evolution of architectural practices, one that may not be as radically distinct as once thought. This debate has significant implications for our understanding of early human ingenuity and the progression of cultural and technological innovations. Another area of controversy concerns the cultural identity of the temple builders. While traditional interpretations have often linked these structures to early Egyptian or Nabatean civilizations, new evidence suggests that the reality may be far more complex. Some archaeologists propose that the temple sites represent a convergence of multiple cultural influences, reflecting the dynamic interactions among various ancient groups. These differing views have sparked lively discussions at academic conferences and in scholarly journals, where the synthesis of new data with established theories continues to generate fresh insights and, at times, heated debates. The controversies are not limited to academic circles alone. They also have a profound impact on public perceptions of ancient history. Popular documentaries and media reports sometimes present a simplified narrative that pits conventional historical accounts against more sensational alternative theories. This dichotomy can lead to misunderstandings among the general public, who may struggle to reconcile the rigorous methodologies of academic research with the allure of more dramatic reinterpretations of the past. In response, many researchers have emphasized the importance of transparency and dialogue, urging both scholars and the public to engage with the evidence in a nuanced and critical manner. In recent years, collaborative projects that bring together experts from different fields have helped to bridge some of these divides. Interdisciplinary research initiatives that combine archaeology, geology, astronomy, and advanced digital modeling are fostering a more integrated approach to studying these ancient sites. Such collaborations have yielded promising results, offering new perspectives that challenge simplistic narratives and underscore the complexity of the cultural landscape in which these temples were built. By embracing the controversies as opportunities for deeper inquiry rather than as insurmountable obstacles, the academic community continues to push the boundaries of what we know about ancient desert temples and the civilizations that created them. The ongoing research, enriched by modern technology and interdisciplinary collaboration, is reshaping our understanding of these hidden ruins. Each new excavation, each refined measurement, and every controversial debate contributes to a dynamic and evolving picture of a past that is as enigmatic as it is inspiring. The convergence of modern tools and traditional archaeological methods has opened new avenues of exploration, ensuring that the mysteries of ancient desert temples will continue to captivate scholars and the public alike for generations to come. Debated origin. The origins of these ancient desert temples have long been a subject of fascination and heated debate among scholars, historians, and enthusiasts alike. Various theories have emerged over the years, each offering a distinct perspective on who built these structures and why they were erected in such inhospitable landscapes. One prominent theory posits that these temples were constructed by early pre-dynastic societies, whose advanced understanding of astronomy and engineering predates even the famed pyramids of Egypt. Proponents of this view argue that the architectural techniques and alignment with celestial events found in these temples suggest a deliberate design rooted in a sophisticated spiritual worldview. According to this line of thought, these early builders sought to create sacred spaces that aligned with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, thereby establishing a connection between the terrestrial and the divine. An alternative perspective challenges the conventional narrative by suggesting that these structures may have been the product of a now lost civilization with unique cultural and technological attributes. This theory, often considered more controversial, contends that the temples represent an experimental phase in human architectural development, a precursor to later monumental projects like the pyramids. Some researchers even speculate that the builders possessed knowledge and techniques that have been obscured by time, leaving modern experts to piece together clues from scattered inscriptions and fragmented artifacts. Other fringe theories have gone as far as to propose that extraterrestrial influences or ancient global networks of trade and knowledge exchange played a role in the construction of these enigmatic structures. While such ideas remain on the periphery of mainstream scholarship, they have nonetheless sparked widespread public interest and have added layers of complexity to the ongoing debate. Evidence and counterargument. Central to the controversy are the data and archaeological findings that support each theory. Radiocarbon dating, stratigraphic analyses, and comparative studies of architectural styles have provided a framework for understanding the chronological context of these temples. For instance, evidence gathered from excavation sites indicates that some temple constructions began as early as 6000 BCE, predating the conventional timeline associated with monumental Egyptian architecture. This data lends credence to the notion that early human societies had reached remarkable levels of technical proficiency and spiritual sophistication far earlier than previously thought. However, these findings are not without their detractors. Critics argue that while the dating methods offer a plausible timeline, they do not conclusively prove a singular cultural or technological lineage. Some scholars suggest that the similarities between the temple constructions and later monuments like the pyramids might simply reflect a gradual evolution of architectural ideas rather than a direct transmission of techniques from one culture to another. Furthermore, the interpretation of symbolic elements, such as astronomical alignments and mythological inscriptions, varies widely among researchers, with some attributing them to mere coincidence or natural phenomena rather than deliberate design. These conflicting interpretations highlight the inherent challenges in reconstructing a coherent narrative from fragmented evidence and underscore the need for a cautious, critical approach when drawing conclusions. Expert opinion. Across the academic spectrum, expert opinions on the origins of these ancient temples reveal both convergence and divergence in thought. Archaeologists and historians who specialize in early civilizations have often stressed the importance of considering the broader cultural and environmental context in which these structures were built. Many experts emphasize that the technical precision evident in the temple's construction suggests a highly organized society with advanced knowledge of mathematics and astronomy. One respected scholar, paraphrased in several academic reviews, noted that the alignment of temple features with significant celestial events cannot be dismissed as mere chance, but rather points to a deliberate and calculated effort by early builders to harmonize their constructions with the natural world. Conversely, some experts argue that the fragmented nature of the archaeological record leaves room for alternative explanations. They caution against overinterpreting the available data and highlight the possibility that modern analytical tools might reveal previously unnoticed layers of complexity in the cultural interactions of ancient peoples. These researchers advocate for interdisciplinary studies that integrate geology, climatology, and art history, suggesting that only a comprehensive approach can fully unravel the mysteries surrounding these temples. Such debates among experts are indicative of a vibrant scholarly community that continuously re-evaluates long-held assumptions in light of new evidence and methodologies. Implications. The controversies surrounding the origins of ancient desert temples have significant implications for our broader understanding of ancient civilizations and the development of human society. If the temples are indeed the work of pre-dynastic societies with advanced technological and astronomical knowledge, it would necessitate a radical rethinking of the timeline of human achievement. Such a revision could imply that early cultures were far more interconnected and innovative than traditionally believed, potentially reshaping narratives about the evolution of religious practices, communal organization, and even social hierarchies. On the other hand, if these structures are interpreted as experimental endeavors by isolated groups, it might suggest that the trajectory of human innovation is more complex and multifaceted than a straightforward progression towards centralized power and monumental construction. This alternative perspective could lead to a greater appreciation of the diverse pathways through which early societies responded to environmental challenges and sought to express their spiritual beliefs. Moreover, the ongoing debates and divergent interpretations serve as a reminder of the dynamic nature of historical inquiry. The controversies not only stimulate further research and technological advancements in archaeological methods but also challenge modern society to question established historical narratives. As new tools such as eye-assisted analysis and high-resolution imaging continue to refine our understanding, the ancient desert temples stand as enduring symbols of humanity's relentless quest for knowledge and the enduring mystery of our collective past. In essence, the theories, controversies, and alternative perspectives surrounding these temples enrich our interpretation of history. They compel us to acknowledge that our understanding of ancient civilizations is continually evolving and that the mysteries of the past are as much a subject of debate as they are a source of inspiration. This intellectual journey, marked by rigorous inquiry and spirited debate, ultimately deepens our appreciation for the ingenuity and resilience of those who came before us, urging us to remain open to new insights and reinterpretations of our shared human heritage. Impact on modern culture and media. The pop culture influence. Ancient desert temples have captured the imagination of modern audiences, becoming a wellspring of inspiration for filmmakers, authors, and artists. Their mysterious origins and timeless allure have provided a rich tapestry upon which contemporary storytellers weave narratives of adventure, mysticism, and lost civilizations. In blockbuster films and indie art alike, these ruins are often portrayed as portals to a forgotten past, where secrets of advanced technology and hidden spiritual wisdom await discovery. Writers draw on the enigmatic symbols and intricate carvings of these temples, incorporating them into tales of supernatural intrigue and epic quests. This infusion of ancient mystique into modern media not only entertains but also encourages audiences to explore historical enigmas and to question the conventional timelines of human achievement. Tourism and preservation. The influence of these ancient temples extends beyond the realm of pop culture, significantly impacting local tourism and heritage conservation efforts. In many desert regions, the rediscovery of temple ruins has led to a surge in cultural tourism, drawing visitors eager to witness firsthand the grandeur of a bygone era. Local communities have embraced these historical sites as vital components of their cultural identity, fostering initiatives that balance public access with preservation. Guided tours, interactive museum exhibits, and educational programs help to contextualize the ruins within a broader narrative of human innovation and spiritual exploration. These efforts not only support local economies but also play a critical role in the conservation of fragile heritage sites. By integrating modern preservation techniques with traditional knowledge, communities are striving to protect these monuments from the erosive forces of time and nature, ensuring that the legacy of these ancient civilizations endures for future generations. Contemporary relevance. In the digital age, the narrative of ancient desert temples has been further amplified by modern media and online platforms. Social media, virtual reality experiences, and high-definition documentaries have made these sites accessible to a global audience, fostering a renewed public interest in ancient history and archaeology. Contemporary representations of these temples often blend rigorous historical research with creative reinterpretations, inviting viewers to engage with the past in a dynamic and interactive manner. This blend of fact and fiction helps to demystify complex archaeological findings, making them more relatable to a diverse audience. The portrayal of these ruins in modern narratives also sparks debates about cultural heritage, the ethics of tourism, and the challenges of preserving ancient sites in an ever-changing world. As public interest grows, so too does the demand for further research and investment in conservation projects, creating a virtuous cycle where modern interpretations inspire scholarly inquiry, which in turn enriches contemporary cultural dialogues. Ultimately, the legacy of ancient desert temples in modern culture and media is profound. They serve not only as symbols of ancient ingenuity and spiritual depth, but also as catalysts for community pride, economic development, and global cultural exchange. As modern narratives continue to evolve and intersect with historical scholarship, these timeless ruins remain a powerful testament to the enduring human quest for knowledge, meaning, and connection across the ages. Reflecting on our journey through the ancient desert temples reveals a tapestry woven from historical, cultural, and archaeological threads. We have examined the temple's origins, noting how they predate monumental structures like the pyramids while showcasing advanced engineering techniques, intricate construction methods, and an enduring connection with celestial events. Our exploration has highlighted the rich cultural and religious life that animated these sacred spaces, where rituals, deities, and myths merged to form a vibrant spiritual legacy. Furthermore, modern archaeological discoveries have not only unveiled hidden temple complexes but have also sparked debates and alternative perspectives that challenge conventional historical narratives. Together, these insights remind us that these temples are far more than isolated ruins. They are dynamic records of human ingenuity, resilience, and the timeless quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Emerging research promises to further illuminate the mysteries of these ancient sites. Advances in satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and AI-assisted analysis continue to push the boundaries of what we know about these structures. As interdisciplinary collaborations grow, integrating fields such as geology, anthropology, and digital modeling, we can expect new revelations about construction techniques, cultural exchanges, and the evolving spiritual practices of early civilizations. Future explorations may uncover previously hidden layers within these temples or even reveal new sites that expand our understanding of the ancient world. The continued refinement of dating techniques and material analyses will undoubtedly help resolve ongoing debates, providing clearer timelines and more detailed insights into the lives of the people who built these monumental structures. We encourage viewers to actively engage in this unfolding narrative of discovery. Visit local museums, attend exhibitions, and support archaeological projects dedicated to preserving these invaluable cultural treasures. By contributing to research efforts, whether through educational outreach or participation in citizen science initiatives, each person can play a role in safeguarding our shared heritage. Such engagement not only enriches individual knowledge but also strengthens community efforts to maintain the delicate balance between modern development and the conservation of ancient sites. In embracing further research, we honor the legacy of those who built these temples and ensure that future generations may continue to marvel at their mysteries. In the end, the enduring allure of ancient desert temples lies in their ability to bridge the past and present, inviting us to ponder the limitless potential of human creativity and spirituality. Their silent stones speak of an era when humanity dared to dream beyond the confines of its immediate existence, carving monuments that continue to inspire awe and wonder. As we stand on the threshold of future discoveries, these ancient structures remind us that history is not a static relic but an evolving story, urging us to explore, question, and ultimately embrace the mysteries that define our collective journey through time.